Alright, I'm back everyone from my break. My apologies that took so long. Actually, I was a little late, though I'm happy to see I'm back. This time I'm tackling in with, well, one of the games I've been wanting to originally bake back in the, as the back guys when I began streaming like basically half a month ago, half a year now, excuse me. But yeah. God, it's been a while. It's been, Jesus, it's been a hella long. Oh, okay. And this far. Okay, is that okay, not too shabby. Not too far. Wait, I know how far I'm at. I'm basically trying to fight against the snake. Oh, I'm that far? Hold on, right now I'm trying to think because I could actually technically beat Jill section like right now, like probably today. It depends of how fast it is. Oh my God. Anyways, how everyone is it? Good night, I guess.
I'm okay. The others...
Your arm is really fucked up, man. Like, I won't lie, your arm is still fucked. But anyways, how's everyone been doing, by the way? Because for me, well, after been taking my break a little bit, I'm really, though, one of the bigger things I'm very happy about is to head back to playing this game again. It has been a goddamn while. It's, it's been hella a while, man. Anyways, I think about last year I mentioned that let's see. I bought like a few games like during my time. I think I mentioned Final Fantasy on my stream as well, where I bought the remasters, both the first one and the sixth one. Yeah, that's right. I guess to play Snake. Okay. Why do I have this? Should I? Hmm. Oh well. Anyways, because for me, I guess one of the few games I bought recently is Final Fantasy remasters. A few of the ones I forgot what the other one. I forgot what the two one is. Arma 3, Hunt, and the Grand Theft Auto. Well, hold on. Uh oh.
Payback time.
Got this. Whoa. Come on, you can get me. Come on. Come on, you can get me. Come on.
Thanks.
Richard!
Yeah, the bitch ate him quick. Come on, picked up the damn thing. Alright. Well, rest in peace, Richard. Anyways, back to what I said is, I recently bought Grand Theft Auto, like, San Andreas, Vice City 3, and the fourth one. And, recently, yesterday, I actually played the third one. Let me go slowly and Oh, bye bye. Anyways, yeah, because I never played the original games. I played the bit of the third one, and I installed a few mods in that game where I got able to play the game with controller. Or actually, I don't know officially you can play with the controller with the current state it is. But I remember a while ago after playing GTA 3. Also, where the fuck did my phone go? Wait, hold on, just give me a second. Let Jill do her idle animations. I need to find my thing. Oh, there it is. All right, I forgot to do one last important thing to do. Lovely. Um, Time to return to survival horror. That and boom. Yeah, there we go. All right, sorry about that. I forgot to post my news that I'd be streaming again. Let's see. Brad is dead. Not Brad. Richard is dead. I got this thing. This is the nose, I believe, or none of the eyes. The nose. Okay. Oh. Okay, I was right with the nose part. Okay. Okay. Oh, I was like, let me see my shotgun on my inventory thing. I remember. I don't remember how much I have with the shotgun because I want to use all the shells of that thing. After that, I make that thing worthless to have and replace it with the assault one. Man, God, it's been a goddamn while since I last touched this game. I kind of miss this really much. Because it's been... Oh, wait, no, I did use it. Well, then. Let me return you to here. You here. Hold on. No. There we go. Alright. Anyways, after buying those games on for those games on the sale I mentioned for the Grand Theft Auto games, it's gonna be my first time because I remember playing GTA 3 yesterday with mods. A mod so I could play the game like on a modern hardware because I remember earlier it didn't work correctly. And I played it earlier with a controller, and I was like, holy shit, like, god damn, can I please finish my sentence? Come on. Come on, stop me in the wall. Come on. Miss me. Anyways, back. For GTA 3, God, the controls are well, I'm not using the controls because I'm used to like modern GTA or particularly modern open worlds where like the left trigger is basically the acceleration for the for the car, and this game is basically just doing like basically just like classic, meaning that the A button is basically the go one, and the X button is reverse, which is the weirdest thing. But I was like, and I was like, I mean, it's not too bad. Oh, whoops, wrong button. But I do consider it really weird. Oh yeah, the right stick does that. Okay, let me see the masks. Oh! Hold on. Oh, hold on. I'm missing one, actually. Wait, wrong one. That's the one. No. God damn thing. You stupid piece of shit, come on. Alright, there's that. Okay. The one I have is the without the eyes, so it'd be you over here. Alright, and one more. Hold on. Where was the last one? Hmm. Wait, hold on. My head hurts a little bit. Okay. Okay, I need to explore more. Hold on. What the hell's some stuff I didn't pick up? Wait, is that the mask? Hold on. Did I just not pick this up there earlier? No. I did not. What the fuck? Oh my god, how... Wait, is it because I was full inventory I didn't bother to pick it up? I think it's that, because that's basically me in a nutshell. Sometimes I forget shit really easily. Well, that's my mistake there. Okay. But yeah, okay. Good thing I remember, well, somehow remember that, or somehow just figure it out on myself, because I usually don't figure out things very easily by myself. Where the hell am I going? Over here. Let me get this thing up. Yes, I know who I'm fighting against. Oh, hi there. Ow! Nope. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Right now, I kind of decided to play the old GTA games on myself because I've been interested in playing the old ones for like years. Because after not having an Xbox nor PlayStation like growing up as a kid, I was like, it'd be interesting to play those ones since I got them on a sale. So I was like, they're at a good price. So yeah, got the trilogy games as well for the 2000s, and also GTA 4 afterwards. Yeah. And I'm actually more excited to play those later on because, well, I mean, I never played those games in well, I haven't tried those games in a long while, so it's like, yeah, it's been a while. Oh, let's go to that room. Wait, no, actually no, I could go through here. Here, yeah. I forgot the shortcuts and I go through the dogs part, so you know the dogs doesn't chew my ass. And also, I think recently, after taking my break, also tried out the games I just bought recently. I played Hunt like earlier actually. That game is pretty fun. What Hunt is basically just a hunter. It's basically a hunter game. Basically, of course you're a bounty hunter that go after bounties, and as well for like other stuff because your goal is to kill the bounty, of course, and also if the if for example if the hunter gets the bounty, you can be able to kill the hunter and steal the reward technically. Because it's basically PvP but with the E in the end, meaning the enemy. Which is actually an interesting twist because I played it recently and it's actually pretty fun. And also the game is not well optimized. Like as usually the optimization of that thing is a bitch. Oh no. Oh no. No. I can hear doggies. Alright. Yeah, but anyways, the optimization in that game is a bitch. Like, the game is pretty as hell, actually. I won't lie about that. Even in low settings, because, you know, my GPU is not very strong to handle, like, games like that. Including the game by Crytek. You know, the same guys who made, Crysis and the original Far Cry. Oh, boy, those games has not aged well. Well, excuse me, not age well, but the design of the game itself is fucking horrid. Oh my god, horrid. Because I played the original Far Cry recently, which also got on a sale. Actually, during the basically the final summer sale. Oh yeah, the doggos. No. Wait, hold on. North Valley, south of Hatred. Wait, Cave of Hatred's. Oh, oh.
Barry?
Monster! James! Gun! Ineffective! Instant! Stay away! Forest outside mansion! Stay! Hey!
Are you sure, Barry? Last scraps of this. Let's see, hold on a second. Of discretion and revenge. Okay, hold on. Let me look over that quickly. Oh, I didn't see that. Because the way I did that puzzle, I just guessed it. I second guessed it like just my brain. Nah. Oh my god, I did not see. How in the hell I did not notice that? Hold on. There we go. Okay. This one's revenge. And then this one's destruction, so north. There we go. Oh my god, that's actually... Wow. I actually didn't know the pre-rendered graphics shows the actual thing I need to know. Wow. Wow, it took me years. I won't lie about that part. I better hurry though. crap. Uh-oh. Oh yeah. Hunt, a good game, actually. Well, actually, challenging game, because that game is recommended with co-op technically. But I play by myself, but rarely with like, well, friends as well if they want to play as well. But most of the time I play by myself. But the game is pretty fun, but also kind of scary because the atmosphere is basically just more. Try to think of like a gothic setting. It's technically like that, but when you fight against zombies and rather interesting monsters, because that's basically what you're fighting against for on the game Hunt. It's called Hunt Showdown, meaning that you either fight the players or the monsters to collect the bounty, get some money or some shit. Yeah, that was pretty fun. And recently I played Armor 3. I know that game for a while. One of my personal favorite streamers I watch by the name of Sylvia Wumble. Play that game. I own that game because, I want to try, I get that game because I want to play it because of, I seen how it is on the internet. Like, you can literally make some like, interesting people in there. Also because you just fuck around with your own little crew. It's hilarious. So I was like, I'll do that. I just fuck around with people. Not like just troll them to the point where like, yeah, don't try being an asshole, but mostly just like, yeah, hey, you want to have fun or whatever? Just technically that type of thing. That's what I think for that. So I was like, yeah. No. Let me move you to here. Let me place these things in a weird order. That. There we go. I think that's everything. And also it's really weird how many green herbs I have. Huh. I didn't realize I didn't hurt them. I didn't realize how much I could just didn't get hurt during that time. It has been a while, and I didn't notice like how much damage I didn't take that much. Like that's surprising for me. Got the crank, the crank and dank dank. Uh oh. Hi there. Whoa. What the? How did all that hit me? That's a little weird. Huh? It's where that thing hit me in a weird position where like it stopped its tuck as a attacking animation. Like that's a little odd, but okay. These don't matter. Also, for now on, since it's the first time I'm actually recording this in 60 frames per second on this game, and my last stream for like Dead Space, for games like these, I'll be running these games on 60 frames from now on. If it's like a graphic intensive game that doesn't handle that much well on my GPU, I'll leave it at 30. So that'd be my rule of like how I'll be doing things, and that guy did a lot of damage. Ooh. Ooh, that guy did a lot of damage. That hurt. Hold on a second, hold on. I should combine these. I don't give a shit because, how many I have is ridiculous. Hold on. Okay, there we go. I'm full health now, so I don't have to worry. Now, that. Oh! That is a little strange how it works, but okay. I ain't complaining. I mean, that's a little weird, so yeah. Hold on. Oh wait, I have a wind Oh. Ah, okay. Let me put on. Huh. They put the weapons at the bottom. Yeah. So I can leave this very, very organized. There we go. Now I'll take the ink ribbon so like I could save right now and like keep going further. And yeah, okay. Oh yeah, I've got this one. Daddy attached first, mom attached scond. Inside the red and slimy wit and heard. Not true, mom. Where do not dead. Found mem again. Jesus. I don't know what the hell happened to this thing. It's probably the monster's riding. When it touched mommy, she moved no more. She's screaming. Why? Just want to be with her. For mom, where I miss you. It must be for the monster, I guess. It's probably the monster's home, technically. Also, it's weird that particular photo that freaking Capcom has. You know, that photo where it shows the save thing for the typewriter. It's weird that it's 4:3, but actually, I need to double check this is Resident Evil 0 HD remaster. That was like 60:9. That's the weirdest thing for the background for those ones. It's kind of like the HD remasters of. Oh boy. Of Devil May Cry. Like Devil May Cry HD collection? Like, some parts of the game are like is still 4:3. It's a little weird even though the game is 60, but actually for some reason I'm becoming Scott the Woz. He's the only one who complains about that shit, but it's his thing, so yeah. Well, not only well, not complain, but more or less like he does this for like because you know there's some things in the video game industry he's not a fan of. Oh, is this the win one? Yeah, it is this one. Oh yeah, I had to press these buttons. Alright, the creepy sun. Now, this, with the 3-button thing. Oh yeah. Oh yeah! Hell yeah. Well, sadly, I won't be using that gun because I don't want to, you know, magnet bullets. Just that's a rarity in this game. Actually, that's a rarity in every Resident Evil game, technically. So yeah. Um. Anyways, right now I want to. Okay. Um. Actually, I think I know which one I'll be thinking. Also, actually no. For the sale run after Armor 3 when I got the game, I also got a game called Sun Rider Academy? Let's see. Yeah, that's like the last one I remember buying. Yeah, Final Fantasy Hunt. Yeah, last one's Sun Rider Academy. It's basically a visual. I don't know why I got that, but it's like a visual novel. I'm interested to try it out and see how it is.
Jill to Brad, can you hear me?
Ooh,
Shit, it's broken.
it sure is broken. Or it's just shitty dialogue. Come on, doggy. Ach! Wait, why do I have that still? Oh, come on! Oh! Oh. No. Anyways, what do I have? Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh! Oh! Oh. I didn't realize I blew the dog's head off. Oh. Oh. What have I done? It's an elevator here. I remember this layout very well. Ugh. Even though it's been like almost a half a year since I last touched this game during my last stream, I just don't remember where the fuck everything is. So yeah. I even played this recently with friends of mine so that oh. I forgot to break the crank, did I? Another backtracking. Mm. Let's see. Yeah, I think I might not beat this game today. Because I was planning to probably beat this game today if I actually how fast I am able to actually beat it. Because I kind of know where everything is actually, where like basically the items to like to actually finish the game and like able to finish quickly with the memorization I have so far. I think except for the shark section, I think I might forget about that, but who knows? Oh, speaking of shark, well technically it's not related to shark, but related to this game over here. Also got Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom. Yeah. Yeah. I know the game for a while because, well, I remember playing that game years ago, which I think it was originally called like let's see, the Black Fate or something like that. Yeah, whereas just back then it was let's see, before it's called Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, and yeah. Yeah, I played that game like years ago. I remember back then my mother used to have this friend she has, and I remember I came with her a while ago, and the friend of hers has a son, and I remember the son also has a I don't remember if it's either a PS3 or 360, But one of those things. Also, I forgot to pick this up. Oh, how did I not see that? Okay. If I remember, his son has a PS, either 360 or PS3, and he has Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And I was like, okay. And all I remember for that game is that certain Capcom characters are on there. And I remember Spider-Man being there. I was like, wait a minute, what else the game that has that Spider-Man model? And throughout my time, I was like, oh no, is literally Marvel vs. Capcom 3? I was like, shit. Yeah, I know that game for years. I mean, I played that game for like, well, I don't play that game that much because I don't hang out with the my mother's friend's son that often. So I was like, yeah, I didn't know about that. Well, I didn't bother to come that much because I wasn't interested in like, with the pursuit itself. So I was like, yeah, let's move on. And I was like, because I was like trying to do like just stay home and just do shit whatever. I don't play video games all the time back then as a kid because my parents are very restricted for me playing of me not playing video games because well, because of a lot of things. Because at the time I didn't have a future of what I want to do in my time until I figured out what my calling card is. Um, I think around like my middle of high school, because like literally one of my older brothers and my mother, they're very restricted for me to play video games pretty much like throughout my whole life until somewhere around the middle of my high school. I was like, I think it's that time that they know that I be because they know me better because I know I'll be better to like learn. Let's see, things like I want to learn, and particularly, how much time I could spend, but not only for like playing video games, but also just, studying, doing school, and that shit. Yeah, that's kind of the reason that I was restricted to playing video games because they were thinking that video games mostly restrict me to play, restrict me to not study that much, which it depends on the person. But for me, it's one of those times where like it helped me a lot, like not only focusing on not only focusing on school a bit, but also it's one of those times that I could relax, but also just like have fun with friends because literally I could literally have fun with like literally friends I can meet in school and shit, just playing video games because that's how I literally met friends because of how my how my knowledge of video games pretty much is. My my knowledge of video games literally rised up until like around high school actually. Because right around high school, that's when I become so interested in video games so hard that my future I want to become a video game designer, not designer, developer, but mostly a programmer actually. I'm still focusing on that goal actually because of how much I want to study very hard on. Like I really have that like huge ass focus on myself. Like I just literally want to do my best on like out getting that career and getting the degree that I needed to have so I could have and pass technically. Because I know the degree I need actually because I know about it for a while, so I need that degree, and after that I can have my career as a video game designer. Yeah. Well, excuse me, not designer, developer. And recently one of my brothers actually bought me the RPG Maker because one of the fewer games I want to try out, and as he making them as he becomes a big series probably later in the future, is making a RPG game. And so far, I have a lot of fun playing doing around the RPG Maker because it's actually a interesting experience. Oh, why would I do that? It's an interesting experience because well, for a while I want to have that as a for PC because RPG Maker and PC is way better. Let's say way better, of course, because you have the console ones. It's restrictive. Like it's restrictive. Like what's limited to the actual thing, instead of creating something from like the like how PC is. Because in PCs you can literally create like anything on that thing. And it's just interesting of how much you can literally like make out of it. Let's see. Because right now I'm basically focused on like creating maps, and like basically just trying to create the map I try to make for this test I want to try out, and probably make it to like an indie game as a indie game technically actually. So I'm able to test it out, able to probably sell it to Steam actually. Well, I'll try to make sure to finish the best that I can on myself, so, you know, I'll be like, yeah, I want to make sure to do it by myself, do it not only for myself, but also having a bit of knowledge, but also making sure that, you know, I tried my best on, like, creating something that's, like, not, like, shitty. Because because I see examples of, like, on RPG Makers online, games made for the RPG Maker that's not made very, very well. Actually, the perfect examples is I forgot what's the name of the game, but I remember it was a game a while ago that was like mixed reviews and also negative reviews because, yeah, I could tell those people were just selling those for money and not basically care for like how much work they put into the game. I was like, that's not a good thing to do that technically, because you're not basically trying on actually pretty much serious on making the games you're basically making. It's like, it's not a good thing because you're basically not trying. Like I see it from like my eyes. I was like, yeah, that's not a good thing, mate. That's not a good thing. And I see examples that, let's see, games for an RPG Maker could be really, really good actually. Like through like, you know, remember like back then the RPG horror games, like the RPG Maker horror games. Yeah, those are unique actually because they're actually way different than the RPG games that people made that has RPG elements to like what actually have RPG shit within the RPG Maker, but make it as like as a horror game. But make it as a interesting one if they did it. Basically calling it Corpse Party. Basically that's the inspiration, but without the health bar or any of the stats for RPG Maker. And I was like, yeah, that's interesting. I see examples of it and it's pretty good. But if you make games on RPG Maker, there's actually times where it could be really good. Funny enough, a game that came out recently is called Omori. That game was made in the RPG Maker. I forgot which one. Either VC or one of the older ones, because that game was in development for years, actually. And that game was made in an RPG Maker, actually. And the game is actually one of the biggest games. One of the biggest games that actually is made from the RPG Maker. I find that interesting. I'm also happy for the developer because I can tell you how much work he put into that. And oh, and poison. Oh yeah, this one. Alright. Oh, it's been a while for this area. Alright. But yeah, Omori is a very, very good game, actually. I play a bit of it, and I want to get back more into that game myself. But it's one of those games where, like, yeah, that person worked so hard making into that game really hard. Because it actually has some really good messages, like, for the game itself, because it's very depressing, actually. Like, how depressing? Like, yeah, pretty depressing, where to the point where, like, it actually depicts a lot of, like, actual, like, you know, actual issues that people have in the world, like, you know, depression, all that. And I was like, that's a pretty good message because a lot of people, uh, like, people like myself have that type of issue, and I could see that, and yeah. I remember the first hour I was like when I was like normal, and then I saw like the big surprise. It surprised me like a lot. I recommend. I think for myself, I recommend playing by yourself. It's one of those games that is an interesting experience. If you like a game that's basically kind of like between Earthbound and Undertale, that game is perfect for anyone who kind of like those games. Undertale is not my cup of tea. Like, well, technically, I don't actually like the game itself, but the community is a different story. That's oh, that's a little bit of a different thing, I say. Earthbound is one of those series too. Is like the community is like a I never see that much of a bad thing of the community itself. It's one of those. But Undertale, I think I see some examples for that community where it's like, yeah, it's kind of shitty, depending on like the community itself. Um, what's next? Right now I need to think right now. But yeah, because I got the game on a sale basically for Omori, and I got the deluxe version, whereas like it's not only the main game itself, but also the soundtrack. Because for me, I'm one of those people who is a sucker to get these soundtracks as well. I don't care how much money it is. The matter is like I also want the soundtrack too. I want to get that for Doom 2016, but the sadly part is that doesn't have the deluxe version for like I do not like no, I got the game for a birthday actually. So I didn't get the soundtrack either. So I was like, I'll get the soundtrack on my own. Probably if it's on a sale. I think it was on a sale before, but I missed it. But I was like, maybe next time. Because recently I seen some soundtracks being released on Steam actually. Capcom is actually doing that, which I was like, that's cool actually. Because there actually are games from Capcom has some really good bangers. Like the Breath of Fire series, Ace Attorney, Mega Man, all that shit. Like I was like, yeah, that's some good bangers. Like that has one of the most good soundtracks. I'm disappointed that Capcom is putting so much soundtracks they have in their category on Steam. You can be able to not only buy it but also import to your like I don't know your SD card actually. I do that for the soundtracks I bought from Steam because I imported my SD card so I can listen to like the soundtrack from my phone actually because yeah, I guess I'd rather have that, like, have it digitally, we'll see where I bought it, and just import to the SD card and just like listen to it to my, to my, to my phone or PC because I actually have soundtracks literally on my SD card. Actually, I have two SD cards, one for my phone so I can put my soundtrack. Also, man, but anyways, back to be distracted from that. I got two SD cards. One was for my computer right now is the soundtracks I have, including my phone. Though, basically, soundtracks and basically videos and all that crap I make and shit. And I was like, yeah, it's actually not that bad because the soundtracks I have are pretty good because so far, I got soundtracks from like the series I love from Nintendo and other stuff, and yeah, mostly for like Steam's as well because I also got like games from from Steam that also has soundtracks within them. My favorite one is like actually my favorite company that does that is actually Arc System. The same people who made Guilty Gear and Blaze Blue. One of my favorite things is when you buy the company's games, it actually came with the soundtrack. I was like, cool, that's actually a nice bonus. Because I noticed that after buying the original Blaze Blue, and I was like, oh shit, I didn't know they had the soundtrack. Like that's kind of cool. because I actually didn't know they did that. Because I know that with Guilty Gear, I was like, wait, did they have the soundtrack as well for Blaze Blue? I was like, hell yeah! I'm basically excited because I love like the soundtracks of those games because they're pretty good. Like they're hella good. Oh, that is a scene. Not scene, basically it's just a particular part of the game. Wait. Oh shit. Don't do anything in the hole in the wall.
No, that wasn't part of our deal. But it's not necessary to destroy stars. What about my family? If I play my cards right.
Uh-oh. Barry! Uh-oh. That's not a good thing. Barry-san. It's no good.
Jill!
Sorry about that.
Barry, I heard someone talking.
Oh, you heard. I think age is starting to take its toll. Talking to myself is becoming a bad habit.
Talking to yourself?
Are you sure, Barry?
You all right? What's gotten into you?
I'm getting you worried, aren't I? But don't, I'm alright. I guess this creepy mansion has gotten to my nerves. Anyway, I think I'll go outside, get some fresh air for a change. Don't worry, I'm just going to get some fresh air. If I'm lucky, I'll get to waste some monsters along the way.
Oh yeah. Speaking of something for Barry, you know what's kind of funny? Barry has never been in a official Resident Evil game in years. Well, besides the guest character for like the mercenary games. But officially, if he's part of a story or something like that for Resident Evil, he hasn't been in a game in years, and is actually one of his returns actually as well as Resident Evil Revelations 2. That's the first time not only he buries a playable character in a story mode in the Resident Evil game, but also for the first time he's actually returned as a character like ever. Because there are examples where like just Capcom just forgets characters. Well, Barry's one of those examples, and he just returned like out of nowhere. They're called 001. Yep. Okay. Um, yeah, like Barry's one of those character. I heard that. Anyways, Barry's one of those character, and Billy from Resident Evil 0. And yeah. Come on. Also, fucking please don't auto-equip, please. Come on. God damn it. Come on. I said up, goddammit. Come on, so I can shoot you in the goddamn head. God. Oh, come on, you bitch. Come on. There we go. Finally. But anyways, Billy is one of those examples. Billy Cohen from Resident Evil 0. Where did the soundtrack come from? Oh well. Well, hello. Put 42 report. 4 days has passed since the accident. The planet at point 42 is growing at an amazing rate. Although there are many unknown aspects about this plant, we know that in comparison with the other group of plants, the T-virus has some standardly stronger effect on this one. The T-virus has drastically morphed its host anatomy as well as its size. Looking at its current state, it's difficult to imagine its original appearance. Nowhere on Earth will you find anything like it. We also found the plant 42 has two main sources according to its necessary nutrition. One source is through a root, somehow it has rooted itself down into the basement. Immediately after the accident, a scientist went mad and destroyed the aqua ring. Ever since the basement has been like a pool, there's a high possibility that one of the chemicals in the water that's promoting the plant's 42's rapid growth. However, we have yet to determine the specific chemical. A bulb-like body of Plant 42 has been sighted hanging from the ceiling of the first floor. We are sure that it uses air ducts reach the first floor, numerous long tentacles like vines protruding from the bulb. We believe the vines are the second means of acquiring the nutrition when the Plant 42 senses prey. It uses the tentacle-like vines to capture its prey. After doing so, suckers on the vine drain the prey of its blood. We notice that it has some intelligence. When it captures its prey, or whenever it is inactive, the vines twine around the door to stop intruders. Unfortunately, several of our scientists have already fallen victim to this Planet 42. We heard the stories from other survivors. They all observe one thing in common: when the uniform petal like flaps open and reveal its vital internals, it has a tendency to become more aggressive. While it is reported that it was as if it's trying to protect itself, why it behaves the way it does is still unknown. May 21st, 1998, Henry Sarden. Alright, interesting. I just realized the door has a handprint of blood in front there. It's from the zombie or somebody else? I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, Billy is one of those characters where it's like, yeah, we haven't seen that guy in a long ass while. What the fuck happened to him, Capcom? Rebecca, we've seen her in the well, not in the games, but more or less on movies. Yeah, the animated movies they made. Yeah, where she's no longer part of, not part of, as a fighter, but more or less as a actual medical group on some team she's part of. Yeah, I seen her and she's like, yeah, she has changed for that, and Ooh, more ammo, I see. Also, a tiny-ass pistol, too, as well. Suicide note. I had to do it. We ran for those things, helping each other to survive, but Robert started to show the symptoms. I had to do it. Those damn things are pure evil. There was no other way we would have done the same if it were the other way around. After I put him out of his misery, I had to just leave him in the bathroom. Now, I'm probably the last one. How could this happen? I'll never forgive myself being part of this project. Eventually, I get what's coming to me, though. There's no way to escape this nut house. It's just a matter of time now. Everything's set. All I need is a little courage to get it done. Knowing that I'll leave many things undone is regret beyond words. But this is better just waiting to do as I turn in one of them. Please, understand, at least love me as he loved me and my life as a person. There's a message on the back. Please forgive me. Or more ammo. That's it? Oh, the bathroom. Ah, my head. Alright. But yeah. Oh! Ah, crap. Hold on. Oh, hi there. Damn! Oh well, I want to burn their bodies right now, so let's do that. But yeah. Rebecca is one of those characters where, like, yeah, she had changed a bit. I've seen anime movies that actually has shown her, actually. And yeah, she has changed. She's no longer part of course, to, you know, police anymore. She's actually an actual doctor now. Which is actually a cool character development there. Since, you know, it's been years since we last seen her in a Resident Evil game, actually. Like, hella long. That's actually Barry Burton, which hasn't been in the game on... Well, we haven't heard of him in years, and even fucking other characters. Hell, even, like, recently in Resident Evil 3, like, Carlos, that guy never returned either. Like, Jesus. That. Okay, I remember the fourth guy for Resident Evil Veronica X. Okay, we know that happened. Yeah, that guy. Okay, I know what happened, so that's what I know. But the other ones was like a little odd. Wait, no. Like, it was an interesting one, that's all I could say. For all, for all of, like, for all Resident Evil characters, there's 3 characters that Capcom fully forgotten. Carlos from Resident Evil 3, like, that guy has never been returned in a new Resident Evil game. Unless I have to beat the Resident Evil 3 to figure that out, why it's the reason. Billy Cohen, like, the only thing we know from him is the ending for Resident Evil 0. Same with, Barry, as well. And until he returns in Resident Evil Revelations 2. Which, again, I'm still hella confused why in the hell that Capcom didn't bother to bring him back. Because, I won't lie, the relations of why he's, well, actually, I'd rather wait until, like, later on, if I mention that. Like, the reason that, in my opinion, like, it's kind of rather, kind of sucks that he hasn't been part of the Resident Evil game that much. It's kind of sucks. It's kind of like other characters too, like Claire Redfield. Like, before Resident Evil 2 remake, what else? Yeah, before Resident Evil 2 remake, and before Revelations 2, the last time that she was a playable character and being part of the Resident Evil games was Code Veronica. And after that, she returns in Revelations 2 as a playable character. Which is cool because, well, we haven't seen her in a long time. Like on a Resident Evil game, and that's cool. Also, kind of a bummer too, because I was like, yeah, why the fuck it took Capcom this long to bring back some of these characters? It's rather weird. And I was like, you know, I forgot it's Resident Evil. Also, it's Capcom because, well, story doesn't really matter for Resident Evil that much. So I was like, yeah, it kind of makes sense because literally story is not one of those main strong suits of Resident Evil. Even though they tried, it doesn't go well. Characters are memorable, but yes. Characters are memorable, but not the story. And trust me, I've seen examples of Resident Evil having, well, story being doesn't really much importance, because it can be very confusing if you try to think way further into this. It's like an iceberg, like one of those like iceberg videos, try to go way deeper of like, yeah, like if you think further, it's rather confusing as hell. Either for better or worse. So, yeah. Speaking of Capcom, what's the word? Who's one of those people who's kind of excited for this rumor Resident Evil 4 remake they're actually eventually making? I kind of excited for it, but for me, it would have been better if they remake Code Veronica. Because that game deserved much of a remake treatment than 4, because Resident Evil 4 is one of those games where, like, that game that doesn't deserve a remake, because the game is perfect as it is, because that game is amazing as it is, because it's Resident Evil fucking 4, for fuck's sakes. Because Resident Evil 4 innovated, like, what third-person shooters is, as well. Like, how heavily impacted the goddamn genre is, too. Also, sorry again, I need to lower the volume a tiny bit. Minus 10.3 decibels will do. There we go. That'll do. There we go, a little better. Sorry about that. Hold on, this is 3. Or... Oh! Oh yeah, the control room. Now remember. Oh, let me save as well. Gallery. Anyways, right now for Resident Evil, no Resident Evil, yeah, Resident Evil 4, Resident Evil 4 remake would be cool, but at the same time, it's very unnecessary, because, again, Resident Evil 4 is perfect as it is, mate. Like, literally, Resident Evil 4 is considered one of the best Resident Evil games, like, of them all. Like, well, modern Resident Evil games. Classic goes to Resident Evil 2, because most people and fans of the series prefer that, which I kind of agree, because that actually is a pretty good Resident Evil game as well. 4 is like well, no question asked, that's the best Resident Evil game. Like, literally, just no question asked. If you say what's the best Resident Evil game, it's 4. Like, period. And I can see that because, well, Resident Evil 4 is also not only my first Resident Evil game, but also, not only the first Resident Evil game, but also, I can see why it's so good. It's actually really fun. And of course, the best version of that game is Resident Evil 4 on the Nintendo Wii, actually. I think half people might agree with me. Like, the Nintendo Wii version of that game is actually really good. Because, I forgot, also, because there's also shooters that release on the Wii. The motion controls actually ain't that bad, or actually pretty good. Like Resident Evil 4, for example, like, that one's pretty good, actually. Because I actually do have the Wii version, even though I can't play anymore because the disc is so fucked up in my goddamn game. I was like, yeah, it's unplayable for me unless I'm able to buy it digitally on the Wii U or Virtual Console. I say probably, but maybe so, depending. But yeah. Resident Evil 4 is such one of those games where, like, yeah, it's flawless as hell. Because for me, Resident Evil 4 is good as it is. It should not be remade. Like I know, like, because I don't know if they remake the game, but I was like, okay, they're remaking one of their best Resident Evil titles of all time. And I was thinking, like, okay, what things they could change? What things they could do about the game itself? Like, literally, Resident Evil 4, what makes it great is basically kind of like watching an action B movie, because it's action with survival horror, but third person, but with the tank controls. Which, by the way, is, well, even though the control scheme is still the same, but the angle is so much better because it kind of makes sense why the tank controls is still there, because it fits so well, because yeah, it fits well as a third-person shooter. And that's a good thing, because trust me, if you fuck up with the formula, it's not a good thing. Like, RE4 itself was RE4. And a lot of games inspired that game, actually. Dead Space is one of those games, actually. Like, it's kind of funny I play that game right now, because that game took the huge influence of Visceral Games. Like, when Visceral Games was making Dead Space, their first intention is to make, well, actually, funny enough, a sequel to System Shock 3. At the time, it's not even called Dead Space. It was just, like, literally a third game of an existing IP that was, was decisively owned by EA, because at the time, System Shock was a rather questionable IP, because that game was like, okay, who are the fucking people who own the IP? Because the people who originally made the game is owned by EA. But funny enough, EA doesn't own the properties anymore, because it's actually owned by a different company called, well, Night Dive Studios. Oh god, not this section. It's the one with the sharks. Oh god, not the fucking sharks. I forgot when I was playing this game earlier. I know there's sharks in Resident Evil 1, the original, but god, the remake is horrifying because of the graphics, and they're fucking great whites, for fuck's sake. Like, they're literally great white sharks with the T-virus. It's fucking horrifying. There's even one that's basically the size of a fucking megalodon. Which is like, what the fuck, man? Like, what the fuck is, like, literally... What the fuck is freaking Capcom smoking on, dude? Like, it's hella ridiculous of what the fuck they fucking made, man. Oh god, I forgot this fucking part. Oh god, this is the part where I have to fucking do that. Okay, I remember this area. Oh god, this is the part where I have to make sure they don't destroy the damn thing. Just a first aid thing. Okay. Oh, goddamn controls. The camera as well. Yeah. I can't go there because, yeah, there's water. Yeah. Also, my question is, why is there sharks here? I forgot. That's a thing that's never explained in Resident Evil. What the fuck they have sharks? And why they're experimenting sharks specifically? That's because if you experiment with sharks, particularly ones that are basically great whites.
Emergency. Unknown source of pressure detected. Locking all doors to achieve maximum safety.
Okay.
Reaching 30% of pressure threshold.
Fuck me. God damn. I got. Come on. Alright, perfect. There we go. Alright, perfect. Yeah, there's no water anymore. Okay. Okay, what the fuck was... Oh, yeah, yeah. Anyways, back then, as he, System Shock is now owned by Night Dive Studios, which is a good thing because I won't lie, EA is one of those companies that will literally just fucking take anything they want. And, well, System Shock is one of those series, like, in my opinion, it would have gone in the right hands. And Night Dive is one of those people that actually, I've seen work of Night Dive Studios, actually. Like, they work very hard of, like, making the... Well, because the games they make is not only just remasters of, like, games they want to make. They also want to make it better accessible for people who grew up with those games, those old PC games, but also people who are, like, unfamiliar with those games with modern hardware. And that's a good thing. Like, a really, really good thing. Because I won't lie, a lot of people complain in the PC industry where, like, literally the games are not well suited for, like, modern hardware, which is true because of how much technology has changed over operating systems and how much, well, technology has changed. I can see that because I've seen how much, well, fucking shit has changed over the world. Like, computers are much more advanced, to the point where, like, literally or games could also have a problem to, like, not able to run those games at all that much anymore because of, like, the operating system being completely different to its original, including to, like, completely different things they kind of removed to the things they have within the operating system. Yeah, I've seen examples of it because it can affect whatever it is, and the only way you can fucking fix, like, that issue is to have mods on those games where, like, yeah, you need to have these mods to actually make these games actually able to work properly. For me, like, one of the weirdest things my computer does is that when a game runs on, like, on a specific resolution it doesn't like, it cannot play when I try to fucking click the game itself, when it clicks, like, a resolution is not supposed to go to, because I have a 1080p monitor, and when it goes 720p on full screen, it keeps tabbing out. Like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, it has to be probably by GPU, because it's not the computer. It has to be the fucking, like, the graphics card itself, because it does that, and it's one of the weirdest things, because I don't know why the computer is actually doing that. It's just doing that, because either it's something the computer doesn't like, or it's just something with the drivers within the GPU just didn't like it at all. And yeah, I've seen examples of it, and it can be really annoying. It can be very fucking annoying. But anyways, yeah, for System Shock is owned by Night Dive Studios is a good thing, because recently they announced that they're remaking the not only rebooting but also remaking the original by scratch by literally the studios inside, because I think it's one of the first that they, like, instead of remastering existing assets but also remaking it. Yeah, instead of, like, remastering the existing assets, which they did made a remaster of System Shock, actually, of the original, but also remaking it by the studios who behind the remaster. Like, just instead of remaster, it's a remake. Yeah. And currently, it's actually costs $55 on pre-order. I was like, yeah, it's actually not a bad price, because also it might be they kind of deserve it because it's their first time actually making a game in scratch. Like, instead of remastering, it's remaking, and that's awesome, because the guys who remaster these games are just phenomenal, because it's such a great game. Like, all these games over here are just amazing. It's good. Because I've seen examples of remasters being unsettling. Actually, recently I've been playing Shin Megami Tensei. I love the game series a lot. I actually prefer that series more than the Persona series, even though they're the exact same series. Yes, I'm on to you, Persona fans. I'm on to you. Let's see. Um, like, recently, Atlas made Shin Megami Tensei 3 remaster, and that remaster is actually not bad. Like, it's alright, but there are flaws to that thing. Actually, one of the notable flaws I say about it is that they... No. No. You don't want me. You don't want Big Booba. No. There's a big guy over here. Yeah, yeah. I remember the first time I played the remake, and I saw this shark. I was like, why the fuck they have a megalodon in this fucking research? Like, that's literally a megalodon. That thing is fucking huge. Actually, if it's a megalodon, it would be like 100 feet, technically. Whoa. See you later in hell, fish. You stay dead as well, you fucking megalodon. Yeah. Ooh, residence key. Literally, this shark is. This is a great white, and this is fucking bigger than a regular green white. What the fuck, man? Yeah. Not you know. Hold on. Yeah. I don't know those are great whites, but I think that was like a regular fucking 25-foot great white shark, actually. So no, never mind. That's fine. Those must be like really much smaller versions of the great white sharks then. But whatever. Well, yeah. Like, when I remember playing Shin Megami Tensei 3, one of the biggest issues I say about that game is that the remaster they made has the exact same compressed soundtrack they have in the original PS2 release. Because I think they have a problem with the disc space because the disc space wasn't huge enough of their budget, and they had to compress the soundtrack to fit all the soundtracks into the game's data and the disc. Which it makes sense because, of course, if you have the higher capacity disc to go over to 8.5 gigabytes, it requires a lot of money. It kind of makes sense why they did the compressed soundtrack. But the problem is that this is a remaster. Like, you want to make it better as the original, which actually they kind of did. But one of the biggest issues is the compressed soundtrack. And I was like, why do you have this? Like, literally, I have a question for you. Like, why the fuck you have this? Like, have this remaster. Not only remaster it from the ground up using a actually, like I said remaster it from the ground up because of course it's the same assets from the PS2 game, but they're actually using a completely different engine. It's not the same engine it's not the same original engine they used from the PS2 game. They're actually using the Unity engine to actually remaster the game. Which is actually not a bad idea. Because the remaster looks good. And I know certain times where they took the source code and used a source part way. It's basically the way they made Shin Megami Tensei 3, they created a source part of the game. Like they just made a source part of the game but run on Unity engine. Which it kind of explains some certain things of the Switch version having rather weird frame rate drops. I can see that because I seen examples of it being rather questionable indeed. And yeah. Also Shin Megami Tensei 3 as well. A lot of people complain about the DLC thing for Dante being being separate. I was like, okay, you know that Devil May Cry is owned by Capcom, right? It's not Atlas. The reason that Atlas did that is because, well, marketing. Yeah, it's called fucking marketing. Because it's a smart marketing decision too. They did that because, well, not a lot of people heard of Shin Megami Tensei, but in the West, they never literally heard of Shin Megami Tensei. It's the first time they released a mainline Shin Megami Tensei game to the West. and the first Shin Megami Tensei game they released on the West was the Persona franchise, actually. Yeah, literally, that's not a joke. Like the first the first Shin Megami Tensei game from the franchise was Persona, which is the spin-off, which is kind of funny actually, because yeah, it's kind of hilarious that they did that. But yeah, like I love Persona as well, but the problem is that like for Persona, like they also did remasters of those games as well. Actually, like for example, Persona 4 Royal, which is a remaster of that game, but with the extra content from the extra content to fit in with for the game its content, and extend the length of the game itself to make it much more enjoyable for players who beat the original or newer players who want to play the game itself. Same with Persona 4 Gold actually, which funny enough they ported the PC and that's a perfect remaster. Even though the Vita version itself is still a remaster of the PS2 game. The difference is that the PC version has better resolution than the PS Vita version, since the Vita version highest resolution it could go to is 544p, which is the maximum resolution it could go up to. But the game still looks nice on PS Vita. But for PC, it still looks good too. Actually, it's just that, like that's a good ass port. I didn't see that Atlas should add more content in the game. No. They should at least put the same quality to like how they did with the remasters for the Persona games, because all they did is add more content to the game, and that's about it. And also made the game, flawlessly made it as a better version to the original game, which is, well, that's what they did. But for Shin Megami Tensei 3 HD Remaster, they didn't did that, because they didn't change anything actually. Well, besides the add the higher resolution textures, besides that part, they didn't change anything. Like they didn't change the uncompressed soundtrack. Like they didn't make the game. They didn't make the goddamn. They didn't make the goddamn soundtrack uncompressed. It's still compressed from the PS2 versions, and it's kind of disappointing why they did that. I was thinking like, I remember I was playing the game. I was like, oh, that's a bit iffy. Like, why is the soundtrack compressed? Like that was like oh fuck me, not for the bees. Like that was my biggest complaints first and foremost. Because I was like, why is the soundtrack compressed? Fuck off, you stupid ass bees. Like, why is the soundtrack compressed? And I also looked over more online. I was like, okay, that's disappointing. The PS2 version is compressed as well, so basically, it's basically the PS2 version, but it's HD. They did not make the soundtracks uncompressed, and that's disappointing. That's mildly disappointing, because they could literally fucking do that. But they didn't. And that's like, okay, that's kind of disappointing. Like, you didn't even make the goddamn soundtrack even fucking uncompressed. Like, the soundtracks itself from Shin Megami Tensei 3 are bangers. They're fucking big ass bangers, technically. Like, I heard the soundtracks. They're amazing. They're hella amazing, man. It's just that it's so underwhelming, because it's like, it's a remaster. It would have been, see, they should have made the damn thing so much better than the original, and they didn't. Well, kinda, but it's that they made the remaster pretty much underwhelming. It doesn't prevent me to stop playing the game. The game itself is still good. Like, it's my first time playing the game itself from there. It's just that they didn't bother to update the damn thing. And funny that they haven't even updated either. They haven't made updates to that game for a while to improve some of the issues from the original, from the game itself. Oh, hold on a second. Excuse me. organic chemistry lab experiments. The similarities in the secular characteristics of the rapid growth plant affected by the tyrant virus have been reported in previous papers. However, while repeating these experiments, an interesting new fact became clear. We learned that a chemical in the UMB family, UMB number 20, contains a compound that is toxic to the cells of the plant. We have given UMB number 20 a new name, V-Jolt. If calculated proved correctly, when V-Jolt is applied directly to the root of the entire plant should be dead within 5 seconds. The V-Jolt have been made by simply mixing the VP and the UMB chemicals in specific ratio. However, extra care must be taken handling using UMB chemicals. They have been known to generate toxic gas if mishandled. The characters of each UMB chemicals are as follows: UMB number 3, 6, 7, 10, 17, V volt, dark brown, V-Jol's dark brown, VP 017 is blue, UMB number 10, orange, UMB number 7, green, yellow 6, and UMB number 3, which is red. Alright. But yeah, back to what I'm saying for Shin Megami Tensei 3. Like the soundtracks of the game, they're all huge bangers. Shoji Meguro is like one of the perfect examples of making one of the greatest soundtracks. If you heard that name, Shoji Meguro, it's the same guy who also did the soundtracks for Persona, like the whole Persona franchise, which is cool because he also does work for Shin Megami Tensei. Though his last work is actually Strange Journeys, or recently. I mean, we don't know until we hear more of Shoji Meguro. And Shin Megami Tensei 3, again, the soundtracks itself are bangers. The problem is that, the fucking game, it's such an underwhelming remaster. It's not the same quality that Atlus did with their Persona remasters, for particularly Persona 5 Royal and Persona 4 Golden. And even Persona 3 FES as well. It's a bit underwhelming. It's not the same quality like they did. Which is kind of disappointing for fans of the Megami Tensei franchise like myself. I might consider myself a fan of that series because it is a pretty good franchise. And I'm one of those people who actually were kind of disappointed for the remaster. Good remaster, but I'll say is very underwhelming, particularly on the price as well, since it costs like $50, which is, in my opinion, would have been better if it's like $40. Well, 40 or 30, that's a perfect price. And of course, if you get the deluxe edition, it'd be $50, which is actually a lot better, to be honest. Yeah. Also, if you buy the game on PC, that's like the only version of that game where you can play the game vanilla. Like vanilla Shin Megami Tensei 3, because there's no option you can play the game like its original intent. Like playing the game without the guest characters, like Raido or Dante. There's no option to there's no option to play the game without those guys. Like if you own the PlayStation 4 or Nintendo Switch version, you have to play either the two versions, either the downloadable version, which has Dante, or Raido from both PS4 and Switch. But on PC, they forgot to add Raido. In the game, and just made him separately in PC. But though it's an optional, because you can actually have him either as a new game or that, and that's like the only version of Shin Megami Tensei 3. Well, for the remaster, you can play the game just pure vanilla, without the guest characters, which is a huge shock, because it's weird that that's like the only game in the series that did that, and that's not the series, the only version that does that, and it's rather weird of why they did that. But I ain't complaining, so I was like, yeah, I think I might get the PC version as well. When? I do not know. Why? Because I love that game. Also because I do support Atlas. It's one of the well-known companies in the world. Actually, one of the well-known companies now thanks to their well-renowned Persona franchise, technically. Yeah. Because again, the soundtrack of that game was not only amazing, but also the games are pretty good. Has some of the most interesting characters, like that's kind of relatable. Including a setting where it's basically just, well, still basically a school setting, but with characters that basically have powers called persona. Yeah. So far for my Persona game, 4 actually, because the game is funny. Not because it's lighthearted. I actually don't mind dark, but Persona 4 has character. Like the main character itself. Like 3. I think a lot of people might kill. I think a lot of Persona fans might fucking have pitchforks and just have like sticks of fire. But when I look at let's see, of the character for Persona 3, the protagonist. When I look at him, yeah, he's basically a perfect example of, well, just a character basically just gives up on life, technically. That's totally what a perfect example of that guy is. But when I look at him, like, okay, it's hard to take him seriously, to be honest. He's one of those characters, like, he kind of looks bored to shit, which I won't lie. It kind of fits well for, like, certain characters that has really deep-ass feelings. And Persona 3 has one of the most interesting characters. Not only characters, but also just, like, one of the most interesting ways of how the story goes, including how the ending could be told in different ways. Because if you see the ending of Persona 3, oh, there's some interesting ones, that's all I can say. Yeah. Actually, this kind of sucks, actually. I actually have to go. Seriously, I actually have to go, sadly. Oh well. I did have a lot of fun actually streaming this game again, even though it has been literally 6 months now, like literally a half a year. But yeah. It's been a hell of a while since I last touched that game. But anyways, for people who is watching, thank you very much for sticking with me. And I'm also very happy to literally just play that game again, even though it's been like fucking half a year. But yeah, because the reason I'm leaving early because because I actually have to sleep early because I have to do some things tomorrow. But I'm a little disappointed, sadly, because I kind of wish I did more. But I wish I could have stayed more so I could you know, have a longer section for Resident Evil because since I haven't touched that game in a while. But yeah. But next time, I'll make sure to do a long section because if I do a long section, I could probably beat Resident Evil 1 actually. Like pretty much in the time I can think of right now. Because a total Resident Evil 1 remake, I could beat that game in probably 5 or 7 hours, and that's about it. And yeah, I think I could probably beat it actually. So yeah, so probably like 2 or 3 or 3 or 4 hours, I could probably beat the game. So yeah. In the meanwhile, I'll be sure to return, and next time I'll do a long section of Resident Evil 1 remake and actually beat it for once in the street as on my channel. But yeah, for now, um, I'm very happy to just stream Resident Evil for once for a long time. But yeah. In the meanwhile, I hope everyone has a good night because oh boy, I'm very exhausted. As you guys noticed, I've been yawning a little bit, but yeah. Till then, I hope everyone has a good night. I'll see you guys later. Good night, and I'll see you there on the other side.